I found a little nugget, Bruce. Thank you for joining us here on the show. That you were the only rookie to start under Jon Gruden. No pressure with that.
Yeah, I mean, it was awesome. I'll tell you what, from getting drafted in the 6th round and learning so much good football under Jon Gruden, I was very blessed, and it was unfortunate. Chris Sims, ruptured his spleen that year, but I grasped Gruden's offense pretty fast, and I had probably the energy and just the tenacity to match up with Gruden, and so it was a cool match initially, and it was fun, because he's a great teacher. I learned a ton of great football, and it really propelled me throughout my 11-year NFL career to help me last that long. So I learned so much from him, but as a rookie, man, it was tough. There was long days and nights staying up late trying to memorize these formations and how to call them and these play calls because I didn't want to mess them up in the huddle, and I knew how important it was to Gruden to be that leader in the huddle and to demand kind of that leadership role. So I didn't want to mess up those long, lengthy play calls. So that definitely kept me up.
Bruce, Mike Mayock and Jon Gruden have said when it comes to Marcus Mariota, they almost have to rewire him. Obviously, he's had the arm issues. But do you think some of that is how he's learned in the NFL? They saw potential when they were grading him in the draft, and maybe they didn't like the coaching he received, so they want to press the reset button a little bit. What are you seeing from Mariota?
Well, that's the first thing Jon Gruden told me when he drafted me out of Toledo. He said, listen, I want you to put a new tape in your head because you're going to learn new football and you're going to learn it our way. And it's with any coach. They want you to learn their system and how to do it. And I think that's going to benefit Mariota because it's not about the arm strength. It's not about, all the way it looks. It's about execution, making the right decisions, putting the ball where it's supposed to be, and protecting the ball, and also sprinkle in some plays of your athleticism. So I think Marcus Mariota can shine in Gruden's offense when he understands the playbook. He takes command of the huddle, and I just think that's going to elevate his game because now Gruden's going to surround him with easier throws, easier completions that he can complete, and now you're also going to sprinkle in some of his athleticism to make plays with his legs. I think this will benefit Mariota, and I know that he'll learn a lot of good football under Gruden and how it's supposed to be played from the quarterback position.
Well, focusing on our starting quarterback, and that's Derek Carr, and the arsenal of weapons that he has. When you look at this Raiders offense, as a former QB, you have to be salivating over guys like Darren Waller.
Oh, absolutely. It's fun to see the weapons and watch what Darren Waller has done last year and as he continues to progress in his young career. I think you got to look at Derek Carr. I mean, Derek Carr doesn't get recognized as much for how well he's been playing. Last year for us at PFF, his grade in a clean pocket when he was in rhythm and the throws 10 to 19 yards downfield, he graded a 93.8 for us, right behind Ryan Tannehill. So he was the second top graded quarterback. He was a top 10 graded passer this year for us at 81.2. So he's in the top 10 as a passer. He makes smart decisions. The thing I would like to see him do more is maybe take some more shots downfield and, elevate the big time throws that he's able and capable to make. And that comes with the weapons around him. And I think Waller in another season with Derek Carr, Tyrell Williams, Renfro, the way he came on, Gruden's going to continue to find weapons. And even in this draft, it's a very loaded draft at the wide receiver position. So when you have a franchise quarterback in Derek Carr that's smart, that can make the decision, make all the throws on the football field, just continue to put the weapons around him and he can succeed.
Bruce, people are calling this draft, saying that it is one of the best receiver classes. The risk of taking a wide receiver so high, do you feel like that isn't a smart move, or you're okay with it if there's a guy that stands out to you? Is there someone that stands out to you in this year's draft?
Yeah, I think it's worth it. If a guy falls to you that you want, you like, and he fits your offense, absolutely you take him, and especially if it's high. I think you get great value at that wide receiver position, a game changer that, really can make the plays. And it just depends who falls. I mean, just talking about these guys in general, I love CeeDee Lamb. what he has done, Justin Jefferson, the way he plays, Henry Ruggs, the way he timed and plays on the football field. So there's a lot of options in this draft, and it continues to grow even down the draft in those later rounds. So there's going to be some guys that slip through the cracks that you can maybe get some good value on later in the draft.